don't know if there's, I think we all, I'm wrestling with that, you know, the issues of separateness and, you know, the oneness. But just like electricity that you were talking about, yeah, you know, we don't know necessarily, I don't know why electricity works. I guess I could study, but what I do care about is that the light comes on.
Well, let me before you go too farther, let me just touch on the oneness, sense of separation. Okay. The reason why we have a sense that everything is separate from us is because we're thinking about everything. In the stillness, there's no separation, there's just this. When you have a dream at night and you see moons and stars and trees and cows and whatever you see, all this separate stuff, you see it all out there, but where is it? All in your mind. It's all one thing. It's all one picture. It's all one motion picture, and it includes all your thoughts and emotions and sights and sounds and all your feelings and sensations. This is the same. It's just one thing. There has to be eyes looking across, looking at me in order for me to talk out to those eyes. There has to be ears to hear the vibration of my voice. It's all one thing. The same air that I breathe in is the same air that you breathe in. There has to be this space in between us for the sake of experiencing. In order to experience, we have to see different beings. But the sense, the sensation, the feeling like you're separate from everything around you, that comes from the mind. That's what the mind does. When it's always going like that, it always keeps you in that sensation that you are, it's just you in there talking to yourself, and no one hears you, and you're separate from everybody who doesn't hear you. But in the stillness, like if you rest there, not meditate where there's effort, I'm talking about if you just rest in the stillness and relax here. You realize that there's nothing that separates us. Not intellectually, you won't realize that. You won't get it. Because if you're moved by what you see, then game over. But experientially, you'll know. And again, these are pointers. These are like hints. This is a hint for you to be still and go look for yourself. Don't be satisfied with your mind's explanation of things. Don't be satisfied with another teacher's explanation of things. Only be satisfied with your own experience. The intelligence that has you here has not abandoned you, thrown you out on this earth and said, okay, do what you will. Good luck. In fact, it's the opposite. The whole reason for these workshops, the whole reason why I do these workshops is not to teach anyone anything. There's plenty of books out there you can read. You can watch 100 YouTube videos. I can't teach you anything. I want to come here. My purpose is to get in front of people and encourage them and tell them that it's possible for you to have peace of mind. I can't give it. I can't give it. I might be able to point you there, but I can tell you that make it I could try to convince you to make it a priority in your life. I mean, nothing else matters as much as your peace of mind. Nothing else. It's your birthright to be still, to be at peace. Not to have a whole bunch of questions, but a sense that you're not whole. A sense that you're less than whole. How can you be any less magnificent than the intelligence that has you here? Not how can, I understand how you could think you're less, because that's what everybody's been telling you for your whole life. That's what your parents told you. That's what your teachers told you. That's what the television tells you. That's what society's telling you right now, is that you're not good enough. Period. But that's just the conditioning. Let's see it for what it is. If it's not now, this present moment, then it's part of your conditioning. Now, I'm not saying that all conditioning is bad. We have to have conditioning in order to function in this society. I'm just saying, know the difference between what you are and what you do. You are not the doer of things. Everything that you do is being done on your behalf. The way you're kicking your leg right there. It's just happening. Even if the mind is moving, it's just going. So something has to just say, okay, go. Kick away. Mind, go. Do whatever you do. Just go. I'm infinitely patient. Have your way. Go. Have your way. I mean, give it the control it wants. Let it go. How fearful can you make me? There needs to be a change in the regime, exactly. There needs to be a new leader of your being. The mind that's telling you everything that you need to worry about and what's so important and why this needs to happen, that needs a demotion. The intelligence that's quiet and still, that just wants to experience the present moment, let that run your life. See, the body is still going to carry out actions, it's still going to do things, and then the same the same mind that causes it to do things is the same mind that judges it, says it shouldn't have. You are not a part of that. Who you are at your core does not speak, has nothing to say. Doesn't have an opinion about it. The opinions happen inside of you, and it's just more conditioning. But how do you know that those opinions are there? Because you're there first. You could be there without the opinions. But the opinions can't be there without you. So you are greater than the mind movement. Every thought, every single thought that we have is equal in weightlessness. I don't care how convincing it is. It's just mind movement. That's where the freedom is. The freedom is losing faith in that mind movement. That's the freedom. It's a mess in there. It's crazy. It contradicts itself. It judges. It attacks its own host.
usually do that.